Imagine a digital currency, born out of a mysterious white paper written by an unknown person or perhaps a group that has since shaken the foundations of global finance. This is not fiction. This is the story of Bitcoin. From its obscure beginnings in 2009 to becoming a trillion-dollar asset class in 2025, Bitcoin's journey is nothing short of revolutionary. But how did this virtual coin rise to such heights? Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating success story of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was introduced in 2009 by an anonymous figure known as Satoshi Nakamoto. To this day, the true identity of Satoshi remains a mystery. Nakamoto's groundbreaking white paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, laid the foundation for what would become the world's first decentralized digital currency. Unlike traditional currencies controlled by governments and banks, Bitcoin was designed to be trustless, borderless, and entirely digital. Bitcoin's early days were marked by skepticism and obscurity. The famous story of Laszlo Hanyecz buying two pizzas for 10,000 BTC in May 2010 symbolizes Bitcoin's humble beginnings. At the time, Bitcoin had virtually no market value. But this event marked the first real-world transaction and gave Bitcoin a foothold in the economic world. The path wasn't smooth. Bitcoin faced major hurdles: exchange hacks, regulatory crackdowns, and association with illegal activities like Silk Road. These events caused severe market crashes, skepticism from governments, and fear among the public. But for every fall, Bitcoin found a way to rise again, driven by a growing community of believers and developers. In 2017, Bitcoin exploded into mainstream attention, reaching an all-time high near $20,000. Media coverage soared, institutional investors started paying attention, and cryptocurrency exchanges witnessed massive growth. Though the 2018 crash followed, the interest never fully died. Instead, it matured. Between 2019 and 2021, Bitcoin achieved major milestones. Institutional adoption from companies like Tesla, MicroStrategy, and Square, PayPal enabling crypto payments, and the launch of Bitcoin ETFs. These events cemented Bitcoin as a legitimate store of value, often called digital gold. El Salvador made history in 2021 by becoming the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. This move allowed citizens to use Bitcoin for everyday transactions like buying groceries, paying bills, and even receiving salaries. It also sparked international debate about the future of national currencies and digital money. By 2025, several global financial giants, such as JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and BlackRock, started offering Bitcoin investment products to their clients. Hedge funds also increased exposure to cryptocurrencies, treating them as digital gold to hedge against inflation and currency devaluation. Technologies such as the Lightning Network revolutionized how Bitcoin transactions were processed. Instead of slow, costly transfers, Bitcoin payments became nearly instant with minimal fees, making microtransactions and everyday payments feasible on a global scale. Nations struggling with unstable currencies and expensive international transfers, particularly in Africa and Southeast Asia, started piloting Bitcoin-based solutions for remittances and cross-border trade. This reduced dependency on costly intermediaries like Western Union. Bitcoin directly questioned the power of central banks by offering an alternative currency that operates without government control. This decentralization reduced the reliance on fiat money and opened the door to new economic systems. Bitcoin gave millions of unbanked people, especially in rural and underserved areas, a chance to access financial services through smartphones. This promoted economic participation where traditional banks failed to reach. Bitcoin's success inspired the creation of thousands of alternative cryptocurrencies, altcoins, and the entire DeFi ecosystem, which allows borrowing, lending, and trading without banks, changing the landscape of global finance. Bitcoin's mysterious origins, with its creator Satoshi Nakamoto remaining anonymous, prove that world-changing ideas don't have to come from institutions or celebrities. They can come from anyone, anywhere. Widespread doubt and criticism did not stop Bitcoin. In fact, they fueled its development as the technology improved to address concerns and challenges raised by skeptics. Bitcoin shifted power from large financial institutions to everyday people, enabling peer-to-peer transactions that bypass banks, governments, and corporations. What began as an obscure concept in a white paper shared on the internet has evolved into a global phenomenon, proving that major revolutions in technology often have humble beginnings. Bitcoin's market capitalization hovers near $1.2 trillion. Major corporations hold Bitcoin as a reserve asset. Global regulation frameworks are being standardized to embrace digital assets, and development continues in scalability and security improvements. Bitcoin's journey is far from over. What started as a cryptic white paper has evolved into a global economic force. Its impact on technology, finance, and society continues to unfold, proving that even an idea born in obscurity can change the world. Stay curious, stay inspired, and if you enjoyed this journey into Bitcoin's rise, make sure to like this video, subscribe to WinPath, and comment below. What do you think is the next big revolution in finance?